Well, Uncle Tom, the movie that I executive produced, is doing extremely well. It was #1 on iTunes. It's now available on Amazon Prime, and it's available on UncleTom.com. Directed by Justin Malone, co-written by Ryder Ansell. It is really, really kicking you know what. And you know what I did? I went back and I looked at the last 10 documentaries that won the Academy Award for Best Documentary. And I looked at their IMDB ratings, the International Movie Database ratings, and I compared those ratings to Uncle Tom. So let's go over the last 10 winners of the Oscar for Best Documentary, shall we? Free Solo, 8.2 IMDB rating.
Does it feel different to be up there without a rope?
El Cap is the most impressive wall on Earth.
It's 3,200 feet of sheer granite.
It is hard to imagine somebody up there by themselves.
What if I don't see him again?
You face your fear until it's just not scary anymore.
Next, Icarus, 7.9 IMDB.
The idea that I had was to prove the system in place to test athletes was bullshit. When I started on this, I certainly didn't know what it was going to lead to. I had Gregory. He had helped me dope.
You would like to beat doping test?
Gregory, the Moscow scientist I've shown you, who did all the testing for Sochi.
OJ, Made in America, 8.9.
I told him, OJ, you're breaking the laws of God. One day, everybody's gonna know everything that you've done, man.
Amy, 7.8.
Singing has always been important to me, but I never thought, oh, I'll end up singing, I'll be a singer.
Citizen 4, 8.0.
Laura, at this stage, I can offer nothing more than my word. I am a senior government employee in the intelligence community. I hope you understand that contacting you is extremely high risk. For now, know that every border you cross, every purchase you make, every call you dial, every cell phone tower you pass, friend you keep, site you visit, and subject line you type is in the hands of a system whose reach is unlimited, but whose safeguards are not.
20 Feet from Stardom, 7.4.
Singing background remains I suppose, a somewhat unheralded position, you know.
There's a power to these women that stand on stage with these guys.
It's a bit of a walk. That walk to the front is complicated.
Can you turn off the radio?
How could you logically not have a diva have her music on? I don't get that.
Searching for Mr. Sugarman, I saw that one, 8.2.
If ever there is an air of intrigue and mystery around a pop artist, it is around the artist known as Rodriguez.
We thought he was like the inner city poet. He was this wandering spirit around the city.
He's like a wise man, a prophet. How many records do you think he sold in America?
In America, 6.
Born in a troubled city.
Well, it's still a bit of a mystery how the first copy of Cold Fact actually came to South Africa, but it spread very quickly. To many of us South Africans, he was the soundtrack to our lives.
Undefeated, 7.7.
For almost 14 years, we never won a football game.
Oh, my God in heaven.
Inside Job, 8.2.
Share prices continued to tumble.
Lehman Brothers was forced to declare itself bankrupt.
The largest single point drop.
The regulators, they had the power to do every case that I made when I was state attorney general. They just didn't want to.
We are watching this tsunami coming.
They were having massive private gains at public loss. A financial engineer built dreams. When those dreams turn out to be nightmares, other people pay for it.
The Cove, I saw that one too, 8.4.
When we first got in the country, we had no idea who was following us.
You think they know we're here?
We didn't know if it was the whalers, the Japanese mafia.
Somebody's behind me. I don't know who that is.
So in summary, Free Solo, 8.2, Icarus, 7.9, OJ Made in America, 8.9, Amy, 7.8, Citizen 4, 8.0, 20 Feet from Stardom, 7.4, Searching for Mr. Sugarman, 8.2, Undefeated, 7.7, Inside Job, 8.2, The Cove, 8.4. This brings us to Uncle Tom, possible 2020 winner. Why? Well, let's check out Uncle Tom's IMDB rating. Drum roll, please. Thank you. Uncle Tom's IMDB rating, 9.3? And none of the other 10 films even got a rating as high as 9? If there's any justice in the world, Uncle Tom will be nominated and it will win. Can you imagine what I'll say if I get a few minutes to address the world after I accept my Oscar for Best Documentary? Again, here's Uncle Tom's trailer.
Obama tore this country down. No one stood up to him. Nobody. Because he was black. You need to wake up.
My parents didn't teach me that I was a victim.
They can turn back voting rights. Didn't nobody donate to us the right to vote?
You was your house nigga. I didn't call you a nigga.
Oh, okay, that's a big difference.
You're Uncle Tom.
And Uncle Tom is somebody who has sold out by embracing the white man.
Uncle Tom,
Bedwench,
bootlicker,
black white supremacist,
chucking and jiving,
House Negro,
coon,
Uncle Tom,
Coon.
I have a Coon Award over there. Coon of the Year Award. Most black people don't believe that other blacks can be independent, free thinkers.
I believe the legacy and the ancestry of black Americans is being insulted every single day. I will not pretend to be a victim in this country. I know that makes many people on the left uncomfortable.
Racist, racial,
racism.
1,000 cuts of racism.
The liberal will try to control a black person through the concept of racism because they know that we are very proud, emotional people.
I never felt that because I was black or I was poor or a woman that I couldn't do something.
I grew up being told of my disadvantages, that this country is unfair to black people.
The ideology is implanted into you subconsciously to believe these things.
It's like a cancerous plague in the mind of black Americans.
We're brainwashed to think, well, is it because I'm black?
America's not ours, or we got shipped here. No. Our blood is on this soil. We own this too.
There should be a pride that we have in the fact that this country was built by many great black men and women.
Are you trying to say that this country does not specialize in racism and bigotry?
So long as black people continue to have their psyche filled by that nonsense, we won't have an awakening.
I can deal with an honest bigot than I can a patronizing liberal. I can change a bigot faster than I can a patronizing liberal.
I'm going to now lead us in an apology from white Americans to African Americans on behalf of our country, to you and to your ancestors and to all of your people. So to the African Americans in the room who would wish and be willing to participate in this, please stand up.
I saw a clip of Marianne Williamson where she had a bunch of white people.
And now I'd like to ask white Americans who are sitting near you.
Stand around black people in this church and repeat this solemn chant of, I'm sorry, basically, for all the atrocities that my people committed against you.
On behalf of myself and on behalf of my country. To you and all African Americans.
I don't understand the fetishization of victimhood that white progressives want to put on to the African American community. It's like, how dare you think that you are in a level of society where I am? You need to believe in the myth of whiteness and privilege. You need to understand that you're just not going to be as good as I am in society.
For all the oppression and all of the injustices, I apologize.
That's what the white progressive burden is. And it's weird. I will never understand it.
Dietrich Bonhoeffer said it best. He said that one of the most difficult human phenomena to confront is not malice, because malice you can confront with violence, it's folly. It's when someone is doing something that they believe to be in your interest. And the more you say to them, you're strangling me to death, oh, but I love you.
At their core, a white liberal is the ultimate narcissist. That's it. The ultimate narcissist. It's the people that adopt animals for the purpose of saying, I adopted an animal. Like, to them, we are these pathetic, cute little playthings that they can then take to their friends and say, look at this person that I helped.
As we call it, xenophilic tokenism. They take on the struggles of others so that they deflect away from talking about actual issues.
They want so much to be a good white person and to be perceived as a good white person. And if you want to see if a white progressive is a good white person, put them in the room with a black conservative. See how that conversation goes.
The biggest challenge to try to figure out whether a white liberal is genuinely just confused or whether they're a narcissist is simply tell them, no thank you. That's the test that I say that you should do to all white liberals. Say, actually, no, I don't see myself as a victim. Watch how they react. Because if all you're out to do is help black Americans, you come across a black American that says, actually, like, I'm feeling empowered and I feel great, you should be happy. Oh man, I'm so happy to hear that. That's great. That's not how they react. They freak out. They block you. I'm blocked by Alyssa Milano.
When someone says that they're progressive, they shouldn't automatically be perceived as caring, non-racist, non-bigoted.
Most of my experiences of racialized dialogue in a negative way or in confrontations with white progressives who I guess hate me because they hate racism.
Just yesterday, I got a message from a white lady saying that I was a disgrace to my race. It was odd to me that a white woman would declare me a disgrace to my race based on her own stereotypes and preconceived notions of what minorities should think.
They sell this idea of tolerance and inclusivity, and we love everyone and everyone is welcomed here, but no, that's not true. We're only welcome there if we believe exactly what you want us to believe.
They will act as if for you to rebuff their overtures of sadness or apology is in itself the most despicable crime. It is because the modern white liberal needs you to be a victim. They have weaponized the notion of being a victim, and various minorities have latched onto that, and that has become the identity that they've taken on.
What message is this sending to these white people that are having to go out in their actual lives or their workplaces or whatever and like deal with black people? The message that is sending to them is that you have to walk on eggshells with this person. This person's gonna be a perpetual victim, and I'm gonna be so afraid to interact with this person as if they're a human being that I'm just not gonna interact at all. And I think that that is the real result of all of the woke, splaining, anti-racist, intersectionality crap.
As I said, 9.3. I'll see you in Hollywood. I'm Larry Elder, and we've got a country to save. I'll see you next time.